there everyone, and welcome back to Empire Total War with Darth Mod. We're playing as Poland, Lithuania, and so far I'd say it's gone pretty well. I mentioned before that I had a bit of a problem with the campaign stagnating once it come to the end turn. It was rolling around for the Ottomans to do their maneuvers. Which was discovered or brought to my attention by the commenters on my video that was due to a common bug, which is that the Ottomans cluster all their troops in a big war camp somewhere in the Middle East. And to kind of break that, I thought, you know what, we'll take their capital, then they must sort of wake up. I've also sent some spies over there to try and find this mysterious black hole of Ottoman soldiers, and on the way there we haven't found it so far, but on the way there we kind of found what I called a kind of a memed army, which was an army completely and utterly comprised of Armenian archers, and they have made their way to the capital and are attacking it. So the meme army of bowmen are going to go ahead and attack the capital, and we're going to have to defend it. They outnumber me by 3,000 men, so we'll see how this goes. It's kind of, I mean, there's kind of jokes about the Armenian stuff in Turkey, but I'm not gonna go there. That's a bit too dank for YouTube, is it not? A bit too edgy humor. However, what I want to say is, it could be a little bit, I don't know if it's, I want to say subscribed to, but if it's applied to, I just noticed that this unit, it says 450, which can't be right, because they're supposed to be 300, right? Why is this one 450? Seems rather odd. Never mind that though. One thing is, I'm not entirely sure if it was said by Churchill, but I think there is kind of a quote that almost up until the point of like the late 1800s, that you know, as in terms of kind of the effectiveness of the weapon, that a bow would be better than a musket in kind of sort of lethality, possibly, maybe. Or I can't exactly remember the quote, but the quote was like, the bow is superior, or at least, I guess, to some of the earlier forms of firearms, and I think that would include the early 1700, possibly. I can't remember. It's kind of a boring story when I don't actually remember it, but I sort of it came up to my mind here, as we'll have my army mostly you know, I don't have any bows and they have all bows. But enough talking. You're waiting to see this, and yeah, let's go in and find out who is the better match. Gunpowder or Armenian archers. And so we have it, the fort. What I did was, of course, I tore down every single building and rebuilt it in a European fashion. And so that's why we have a European fort. I'm not entirely sure why we have a hole, but it actually works to my favor, because that means that the AI will try to get through that hole, and they kind of ignore everything else. And I can concentrate fire. So without further ado, let's go ahead and start. The only negative side that I can think of is the fact that I have had to... The fort is rather small for a 40 stack. Even though this is not really a 40 stack, it's more of a 30 stack. The problem is that there's going to be so many men inside the fort that it's going to actually be... it's probably gonna do away with quite a bit of frames as we go through it. Just looking at these men, and these guys aren't even fighting, it's falling below 30. Where, as long as I don't look at the pikes, I get upwards towards 50, 60. Right, Cannons on the fort are firing. And we seem to be doing a bit of damage on the Armenians as they come closer. There's a hell of a lot of them. There's 9,000. Well, to be exact, over 9,000. And they do have some other troops as well. And I think it is, as it always is, that the AI is rather predictable and they're charging the opening in the hole. We're going to inflict quite a bit of damage on them as they get close here. And blow them to bits. There's going to be so much smoke from all the gunfire going off everywhere. Probably should have put more men along this wall. And along this wall. But then again, they're more likely to climb these two, kind of this one as well, than they are the others. Oh, they looks like they're gonna try and climb over here. But a lot of them are moving for the opening in the wall, which I like. I don't think the Armenian archers are that good in melee. And I wonder why they're not really trying any sort of trying to shoot at the wall. I would think that firing in that kind of arc would sort of, you know, they would be able to drop arrows down upon us from above, and that would kind of negate the little wall that we got here that kind of covers the men. Let's see, are there any Armenians ready to come inside? Seems like they're climbing all over the place. I think what's gonna happen is they're gonna just put these on the wall, and then someone's kind of gonna get in here, and then everyone's gonna like, oh wait a minute, the what's it called? The hive mind is gonna go, oh, there's a hole in the wall. I knew that. You knew that too. Let's charge it. Here comes the cavalry. They're certainly going to go through the hole. And it looks like the entire army at this point is kind of on the move. First it looked like they're going to kind of split it off into two waves. Oh, we've got some Armenians coming in. Don't like the fact that the cannon is turning the wrong way around. And better to start off early by having the cannons fire canister towards the opening here. So the first thing they are going to do is they're going to go in and they're going to go to try and seize the wall, it seems. So we're going to have 10 cannons firing canister. I think I need to tell them to fire a little bit back because it drops. I think the canister there drops a little bit early. Oh, now it looks... it's the cavalry that's firing. So the first unit tried to get in. Lost about half its manpower. It didn't actually get in. Quite a few Armenians outside. They've actually made quite a reasonable attempt on attacking this. However, they go up against 2 units. And it's probably not going to go too well. Now we do have some, oh, I thought it was another unit, but it's Armenian archers. And we have another unit coming in there. The cavalry is the big problem, because they're probably gonna tangle with the cannons, most likely, and stop them from firing. If you just could hold your position and fire, that would be great. We've got some arrows coming flying through there. And it seems like the guys up in the armory is shooting down at their own men. But then again, the Ottomans are infiltrating the Grenadier unit, which for some reason really wants to tangle in melee rather than stand back and shoot the bastards. Even though I tell them to hold their position. I'm gonna order you to move back. You've lost way too many men. A lot of it is friendly fire, I believe. Since these guys up on the wall don't really care. And the artillerymen, great. They charge out for no reason whatsoever. Is that gonna happen? Oh, wait, what? We lost a building here for a second or two. Or at least cavalry got through. I should have put all the put all the cannons ready to fire. Bloody cavalry. You know what? Let's see if we can't get up there. Throw a bit of grenades. Get on the cannons. Grenades. Ah, shit, they're throwing themselves. Great. Well, it scared them off. Right, see if you can throw some more. Oh, what are they shooting at? Oh, they're shooting up at the wall. Come on, guys, fire the guns. God damn you. Why? How did they capture this gate? Or why are the bastards coming through? We lost the cannons, but they're running into a pike wall. How did they manage to get through the bloody gate? I don't get that. Get that cannon firing. Oh my god, the grenadiers are running straight into it, and now they get shot by their own canister. Can you just please do it, so I bloody well tell you. The enemy general has died. It's an absolute mess. There's lots of enemy troops retreating. It is this building. It's because... Oh, god damn it. I guess we need to stand right over the gate. Well, there are not as many enemies now over at this location, so maybe I should move over the troops to deal with them over there. Well, we got rid of kind of the first wave. I do have, in case they get a bit too close to actually getting through, I do have the rest of the batteries lined up. And then we also have quite the pike wall behind there, if they manage to break through. Riding into this murder. Oh, I think he got probably hit by our own men. The thing is, it's not that bad that a load of artillerymen are dying, because these are the old cannons. And I kind of need to replace them anyways. I don't know if there's any point in having these guys left outside. But apparently there's no room in the buildings. We got loads of retreating Armenian archers. Let's make sure that they do not come back. Right, the grenadiers retreat back to safety. Let the pike walls deal with it. Well, now they're sending in... No, there's more Armenian archers. It looked like first there were more kind of not veteran troops, but those kind of Janissary troops instead. Hopefully I'll be able to chase down quite a few of them. Wonder if I should tell the cannon to hold fire and let them come through, and then again open fire once they're properly inside, so we can get more kills done on them. Because at this point I think that probably quite a few of them. I wonder, can one guy man the cannon on his own? And then kind of wait for them to come through. And then once these guys are through, that is when we blow them to bits. Yeah, and now they retreat. And as they retreat, we fire. But we fired at the point where they're where there was at least troops. I don't have cavalry to run them all down. We've got a massive amount of group running away over here. There are quite a few on the outside shooting in. Here's the Janissaries. I don't know why they break the pike wall in contact with melee. Like, what's the point of a pike wall if it doesn't hold through the bloody melee? Okay, concentrate on that unit that still has over 300 men. And then I think we need to shift it over here. We've got another group of enemies coming through. Marching into this deadly fire. And I'm ordering the cannons. Once more. Open fire. The canister is not as impressive, but I think that might be due to the fact that it's quite old cannons. Trying to capture the flag, but I kind of caught in a crossfire trying to do that and getting shot to pieces. Let's see, are the cannons ready to fire yet one more time as they're about to retreat here? And as the Tartars are about to enter the fort? Oh, they get in through the gate? The gate is still mine. Why are we letting them through? Not that it mattered much, because they ran straight into the canister when they got through. Right, the cavalry just chase down all they can on that side. Move over here and try to chase down most of this. And once those guys are done for, we only have a little bit of these idiots outside, which I can switch over some of these infantry units. We've got someone out there, got another bastard out there. And I guess I can send some troops out to deal with them as well. What's this? Oh, it's cannon crew. It's moving away. Just slowly following all the enemies retreating. Hurry over there and deal with these bastards. Are they gonna climb or are they just gonna stand down there? You know what? We're gonna put the little grenadier unit up here. Maybe I can throw grenades off the side of the wall. And if I can hit the... I think they have a guard janissary, this one. If we can get that one to retreat, that'll probably send the rest of them off. Could be that this one provides some kind of a morale buff to the rest of the army. Yet another group are coming through. I think we'll get them on the way out. And as the other one is coming through. So we kind of coordinate the killing that way. So we hit them on the way out and we hit these guys on the way in. But only 2 cannons fired. But that doesn't matter much because the other 2 are gonna fire hopefully in time for... No, they decided they weren't gonna fire. Yeah, they were gonna fire once they had left the fort. good way otherwise of sequencing the cannon shots like that. Having 2 fire and then the other 2. How many were retreating here? About 300. We'll detach the provincial cavalry to deal with these. And the lancers can continue chasing down these. And now the grenadiers are in place. Since these guys are right by the wall, we want to try them first. If this works, this could be a pretty good method of defending the fort. Okay, I kind of wanted you to throw grenades. Oh, they did! They did throw. It's just that they made the musket animation once when they did it. Can I move the soldiers away a bit? So the grenadiers get to take up a bigger portion of the wall. And that way we can get more grenades out there. I think what it is, they can't throw from up here, and instead what they do is they fire. Oh, it could have been that we fired the cannon. I'm pretty sure it was. Yeah, there goes a few grenades. But it's just that they do the musket animation when they do it, so they fire the grenade out of the musket. But it looks pretty useful. Ooh, if you can get some shots off here into that. Oh shit! Now they blew themselves up. But there we have it, victory. The battle ran for about 20 minutes. We'll see if we can do some campaign maneuvering at the same time. Campaign movement at the same time? What am I talking about? I mean, at the end there of the video, we still have some time to make some movements on the campaign. So we lost about 10% of our force, 600 men, while the enemy lost about half. Still surprised that 4,500 men managed to get away. Highest killer is demi-cannons, no surprise there. Garrison line infantry end up pretty high. Grenadiers. Which is the grenadier? Yeah, the grenadiers. They lost the most. No surprise there, they blew themselves up there in the end, so not the smartest bunch. But yeah, there we have it. Oh yeah, it's the enemy's turn. There might be some more battles here, but I doubt it. Anyways, I'll catch you once it's my turn again. A new agent recruited, an old fat potato of a clergyman with a really long name. But we need those because religious intolerance has increased, and he touched by his hand. Yeah, that's common among Catholics, I hear, that they get touched. Gonna move up. Which is the worst offender in terms of, well, intolerance? The intolerance comes from us, it doesn't come from the people. Like, we take over a province. Oh, how intolerant they are, that they do not accept us forcing our religion on them. Where's the worst happiness? It's actually down here. Yes, of course. It's the Constantinople. Well, you're gonna go from Livonia down to Constantinople, my man. Successful mission? Ah, yes. I'm hoping that we'll infiltrate the province. I don't know if it works like it works in Empire, or I mean Napoleon, that at a certain point you get to see the entire province. It would be I mean, the Middle East, someone said the Middle East, but they didn't really specifically say where in the Middle East, because the Middle East is kind of it's a bit large, so it's going to take a while to actually find them. Enemy raids. Baltic Sea, I'm building a bit of a fleet. We're building loads of buildings. Train gained. Hugo Dalka gets good defender. Right, Hugo Dalka needs new cannons and he needs new troops. We really need to build up this place. Royal Observatory. I think what I'll actually do what someone said, because the thing is, I wanted the Royal Observatory and Royal Academy just because of the research bonus, but I'm so far ahead. If we look at prestige in terms of, oh, look at that. Ooh, I am actually 4th place at this point. I've jumped up quite a bit. I don't know how I managed to get that many points in naval. But Enlightenment, I got 440 points. The one that's closest is Russia, apparently, with 325, which I don't think. They're not particularly enlightened. The ones that I think is a leader is really the Mughal Empire. In terms of the ones that I actually trade with a lot. Great Britain, most navy, no surprise there. No, they don't actually. The Mughal Empire is stronger than them, apparently. I don't know how the point system works, but we can see the Britain favorites its navy anyways. Russia. The thing is, how is Russia the most enlightened one? If I go over to Russia and I look at technology, look at all the things I can give them, and they can give me nothing. They're not even that rich. Psh. What is this? Garbage. How are they? How did they get so many points? It's like they inflate the points. They invent the wheelbarrow and they go, oh, a wheelbarrow. I don't know where I was going with that. Right. Maneuvers. Ah, yes, I can show you all this. So, what was it called? Kharkovsky. Last time Kharkovsky lost against the Swedes because the Fusiliers aren't actually all that great because they fire by rank. I want to give the Fusiliers another chance, and this time we have augmented the force a bit. We've got the new 12-pounder gun instead of the demi-cannon. I think I brought demi-cannon last time. We've got another new feature, which is the 12-pounder howitzer. Then to get better at dealing with the Swedish cavalry. We've got the cuirassier. I actually got the guard cuirassier as well. So maybe we'll get them as well. So I've got 4 cuirassiers, which should definitely be able to break through anything like that. And then we got the guard Polish hussars, just because the Swedes brought hussars. I've got the grenadier guards. And normal grenadiers, and also 2 blunderbuss shotgun units. They will use those kind of flank units, and hopefully he can redeem himself on the rumors. Rumors of cowardice will go away. However, we need to get a treaty with the Hanoverians again to be able to pass through their territory. But I think we'll do that off camera, as I do not intend to cross there right now. What we can do is this. I've marched on Oborsky to take on Obo, and that's a quick out-resolve. We lost 700 men, and the Swedes lost everything. And yeah, Finland is now ours. I'm bringing my spy over to Stockholm to kind of see what's going on there. And he was successful in his mission. What kind of army do they have? 6-pounder guns. Shakers, that's some old cannons, I believe. Pretty poor. I thought it said 250 range. They've got more of those hussars, dragoons, marines, but they don't actually have that many men. Ooh, they're building the castle. That could be good to take. Swedish Drabants Guard they get from that. They're not actually that good, they only have drill school. We'll take these on. Right, I'm building up a navy. We should have... Oh yes, I built up the dry dock. So at this point I can get second rate of the line, so massive 86 gun ships. So that'll be nice. Also got some war galleons. Some other ship of the line. There's not really any enemy navy that can contest with me right now. Well, the Ottoman does have a navy, but we're not contesting these waters as of yet. And then again, the Ottoman navy isn't really doing anything to us. Also, you know what I noticed? The name of the general. Was it just me? Not what he's called now. I kind of want to go back and take a look at what he's called, because he called like something, and it was kind of... Could be possibly a meme name. You could misinterpret that in a way. But I'm not sure. Anyways, I think this will be it. So I hope you guys enjoy this. And hopefully, I'll see you guys for the next one. Bye!